Want to league start a Templar but it feels sluggish? That's not on you. Most skills are woeful in the early game. I tested a bunch of different skills so you don't have to. We're going to level a Templar that starts strong and carries you all the way to early maps with ease. When your Templar washes up on the shore, his first skill is Glacial Hammer. I hate this skill, but we only have to use it for a minute. As we run up the shoreline running past the mobs instead of killing them, halfway up the beach we'll grab Elemental Prolift from this chest. This makes elemental ailments spread to nearby enemies and will be very useful for our early game levelling. As we reach the end, you'll run into this mini-boss, Hillock. Glacial Hammer will let you bypass his mechanics, as he will be frozen 90% of the fight. Keep hitting him and restoring your mana by using the flask. Once he's down, into town. Head over to Tarkleton and for the quest reward, grab Rolling Magma. Link it with Elemental Prolift for your first 2 link. Check his wares for runner's boots and any blue 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 or blue blue red 3 linked items. Head out of town into the coast and we're going to run left to right to the exit. You don't need to kill anything in here, but you do want to grab the waypoint as you pass it. Once you get to the exits at the end, we're going to go into the mud flats. In here we're going to loot the 3 rowers' nests. Do be extremely careful, rowers are evil and love nothing more than stunning unsuspecting exiles until dead. Once we have the 3 shells from the nest, we're going to head to the right of the arena and find the exit to the submerged passage. Touch the shells on the wall and head straight in. In here, grab the waypoint and take it straight back to the coast. Head down into the tidal islands and we're going to run around the left hand side. If you reach a ramp, you want to head back and go round to the right. The ramp signifies a long journey to the left. Once you get to the bottom, you'll meet Hellrake. He tracks your movement, so we're going to need to move around him erratically to avoid him freezing us, killing us, or both. Once he's down, grab the medicine chest quest and the portal scroll. Log out and back in and we should end up in town. Head over to Tarkleton and grab Holy Flame Totem and Frostblink as the quest rewards. Now over to Nessa, pick up the Quicksilver Flask and Arcane Surge as the quest rewards, and then go and buy Flame Wall and Summon Phantasm from her. Our new links will be Rolling Magma, Elemental Prolift and Arcane Surge, and Holy Flame Totem, linked to Summon Phantasm. Take the waypoint back to the submerged passage. Our skill rotation all the way up until Act 3 is as follows. When you come to a big pack of enemies, drop Flame Totem and Flame Wall right between the totem and the enemies. If the enemies are white trash, then they'll die very quickly just with this. If they're blue mobs, then throw in a couple of extra Rolling Magma to finish them off. Make sure these go through the Flame Wall to gain the damage buff. Find the bridge stroke stairs thing and we're going to drop a portal on it. We're then going to head onwards to the ledge and pass straight through it to the climb. Head right and grab the waypoint. If there's a big open space below the waypoint, then go down, else up. Locate the cliff with the wheeled skeletons on poles, head past the green skeleton and don't stop running till you reach the lower prison. Take the waypoint back to town, go through the portal to the submerged passage and head downwards to the flooded depths. In the unlikely event you don't fight it down, head up. Kill the Dweller and once she's down, grab the essence and log back to town. Talk to Tarkleton for the skill points book. And now head over to Nessa to grab Combustion for the quest reward and buy a second Combustion skill gem. Move Arcane Surge over to Frostblink and put Combustion on Rolling Magma to give you Rolling Magma, Prolif, Combustion. Add the second one to Holy Flame Totem for Holy Flame Totem, Summon Phantasm, Combustion. If you still have normal boots, then use the essence on them to try and get a movement roll. If you're lucky enough to already have runners, then upgrade your weapon with it instead. If you don't have at least a large mana flask, buy one from Nessa. Take the waypoint back to the lower prison and work your way through to the upper prison. In here, keep an eye out for the hidden room with a chest in it. You'll see this on the minimap. The chest has a chance to drop Quicksilver Flasks, which are very useful early. If this isn't upgraded already, then use a piece of currency on it if you've got one. Finally, head to the Warden's Chamber. Follow the blood trails on the floor until you come face to face with Brutus. I hope you built the muscle memory of the skill mechanics because here's our first big challenge. Lay as much damage on him as possible while avoiding his slams. Try to stand behind him throughout the fight if you can, and don't forget that Frostblink can help you do this. Once he's down, log back to town. Head over to Tarkleton and grab Flame Dash for the quest reward. Swap Frostblink for Flame Dash. Your movement skill link is now Flame Dash and Arcane Surge. Head over to Nessa and buy Clarity. You want to stop leveling this once you reach the point that you don't need to hit your mana flask. Take the waypoint to Prisoner's Gate, run down the side with the cliff and take the offshoot. Find the second offshoot and head out to the ship graveyard. Grab the waypoint, this is normally near the entrance, then find the overturned boat and drop a portal at it. Now find the entrance to the Cavern of Wrath. This is normally diagonally opposite to the entrance to this area. Once inside, take the waypoint back to town and use the portal. Enter the cave under the boat and find the quest marker. Touch it to release the All Flame. Grab it and head to the exit at the back of the room. Fairgraves the pirate will be right outside. Once he finally stops talking, finish him. Once he's down, log out, grab the skill book from Bestel for killing the pirate, and we're going to pick any of the quest rewards from Nessa. We're about to kill the end of Act 1 boss, and she does a lot of cold damage. You might want to get some cold resist rings. To do this, we can take an iron ring and sell it with a blue gem to a vendor. Grab the waypoint back to the Cavern of Wrath and head through to the Cavern of Anger. In here we're looking for the exit. But be extremely careful. Avoid running into the red squids. They explode on contact and will kill you. It's been the cause of my death far too often. Once you find Mavail's lair, head inside. This boss fight is split into 2 parts. Once you kill her as a lady, she will die, and then she'll come back as a sea monster. In her second incarnation, she'll have a lot of ads that you can use for gaining flash charges. Some of these do include the red exploded squids from the previous area, so do be a little bit cautious. There's quite a bit going on in this fight. There's arena effects and she throws grenades, and in her second phase she'll have like an area of effect around her. Once you do manage to finish her, exit the lair to the southern forest, run up the wall to the right and exit to the Act 2 town. Congratulations, you've made it through Act 1. I've shown you the ropes, where to go, what to grab, how to survive. From here on, I'm calling out gems, tree priorities, boss strategies, and anything important you should watch out for. If you need full navigation, check my detailed walkthrough playlist linked below. Let's pick up the pace. There are very few skill gem changes in this act. The first one is after you kill Fidelitas in the Chamber of Sin. We're going to grab Herald of Thunder as a quest reward from Groost, and buy Herald of Ice from Yena. These are aura skill gems that reserve our mana and in return give us some flat lightning and ice damage. Our second and last skill gem upgrade for this act is after you kill the big spider, the Weaver. And we're going to pick up Control Destruction from Silk and swap out Summon Phantasm for it to give us Holy Flame Totem, Control Destruction and Combustion. In this act you'll come across 3 bandits. You can either kill all of them for an extra skill point, or you can help one of them for a specific bonus. For League Star, I always suggest you help Alira for the 15% all res, it's really powerful. Before we kill Oak and Creighton, we do want to get the Fire Mastery. Critical strikes do not inherently ignite, 100% increased damage with hits against ignited enemies. Our combustion support gems help our fire skills ignite people, and with this mastery, anyone we set on fire will take a ton of additional damage. Now that you've downed these, you should be close to the end of Act 2 and the end of Act 2 boss, the Val Oversoul. This fight is a little bit annoying. You want to stand behind the Val Oversoul as much as possible, because he will do big slams that will one-shot most players. He also calls in falling rocks, and these will hit you if you don't keep moving. He'll occasionally fire a blue laser. When he does this, he'll fire it 3 times, so keep rotating around him. His ads are also no joke, they're extremely tanky, but we're doing so much damage that they really won't cause us many issues. Once he's down, log to Act 2 town, sell any crap, and then take the waypoint to Act 3. Our first skill gem in Act 3 comes after we kill Piety for the first time in the crematorium. We're going to pick up Flammability as a quest reward from Maramoa. We'll use this against bosses to help lower their fire resistance, meaning we do more damage to them. There'll then be no more changes until we kill Gravicius and get to level 28. Speaking of Gravicius, he is one of the most dangerous bosses in Act 3. Do not stand up against him toe to toe, you want to kite him. And when he throws down his fire, get out of the area and then attack him from a distance. Once he's down, back to town, and we're going to get Armageddon Brand as the quest reward from Maramoa and buy Cremation from Clarissa. We're then going to go back to Act 2 and buy the following gems from Yena: Faster Casting, Brand Recall, and Controlled Destruction. We're now going to drop the following skill gems: Flame Totem, Flame Wall, and Rolling Magma. If you don't have a falling chest yet, try and get an Energy Shield base gambled from Maramoa. This will use some of your available gold. You should have quite a bit now to run a few rolls. Our 4 link ready for the Dominus fight is going to be Armageddon Brand, Controlled Destruction, Combustion and Faster Casting. If you don't manage to gamble a successful 4 link blue chest, I haven't failed to be honest, so you should be able to do it, then just drop Faster Casting for now. Our second 3 link is going to be Cremation, Controlled Destruction and Combustion. The very next skill point you spend after this switch should be to get the Keystone Runebinder. This reduces the number of totems we can cast to 0 and increases the number of brands that can attach to an enemy to 2. This doubles your brand damage. As we progress through Act 4, we want to pick up the following 2 brand masteries. You can cast 2 additional brands, and Brand Recall has 50% increased cooldown recovery rate. Let's talk about how we use these skills, and as an example we'll use the Dominus fight, the boss fight at the end of Act 3. Brands are skills that attach to enemies, and in the case of Armageddon Brand, it cools down a fireball about every second, which you can speed up through cast speed. Attaching 2 brands to the same enemy means that they'll get 2 fireballs hit them at the same time. You'll see at the top left of the screen you get the brand marker, which shows the number of dots around it, which is the number of brands you have out. Any brand that is currently attached to an enemy will be solid, any other will have a black hole in the middle. You do not want to cast brands too frequently, otherwise they'll overwrite old brands and you'll lose damage. Check the display frequently to know when to cast new brands. Brand Recall takes all your active brands and teleports them to you, the player. When used with Armageddon Brand, it causes all the brands to drop their fireballs at the same time. Do this on a boss for absolutely massive damage. Cremation is a skill that we basically cast on corpses, so when something dies from Armageddon Brand, we can cast Cremation on it and it will start to spew out little balls of fire. These do additional damage and really aid clearing. The great thing about the brand skills is that you can cast them, and while they tick on an enemy, you can go and hide somewhere in perfect safety. Remember, this is a leveling guide. In the event that your final skills don't kick into maps, don't worry, brands will take you all the way to endgame. Before we dive into the Ascendancy choices, if you're enjoying this video and want more no-nonsense PoE guides, hit subscribe. It'll save you time when you're trying to find the channel again later. Once you've fought your way through the labyrinth and killed a Zaro for the final time, it's time to ascend. Our first Ascendancy choice is Inquisitor. If you're doing a build that requires crit early, and you're struggling for attributes, Righteous Providence is a good first pick. If you're using elemental damage and would like to get some offences and defences, then Augury of Penitence is a great choice. Our second Ascendancy choice is Hierophant. If you need some solid early game defences, then Conviction of Power is for you. 4 endurance charges up all the time. If you're going to be levelling with brands all the way to endgame, then Sign of Purpose is an amazing choice. If you're going to be switching to totems soon, then Pursuit of Faith is perfect. Last but not least, the Guardian. For this one, I would probably choose Radiant Crusade first. This gives you a large minion that burns enemies around it. It also absorbs 20% of all incoming damage to you. And remember, you can change your Ascendancy picks later. It takes 5 refund points to take 1 node off the tree. I hope this guide helps you level quickly. If you need to know how to run Labyrinth, check out the video top left, which will walk you through the whole process, including where all the Trials of Ascendancy are. And with that, may the RNG be with you.